G'day, Treasure here, and welcome back to Legend of Andor. This is day 5, and we're still in the tutorial, but we're pretty much closing it out. This is probably going to be the last episode. Let's keep it going. So, resolving the sunrise box, we start with the event card. A lucky discovery. Place 3 gold in space 26. The first hero to occupy space 26 collects this gold, including a hero who already occupies it when the gold is placed. If 2 or more heroes occupy the space, blah blah blah, it's just more collection rules. So 26 is down in this corner. You blam, you blam. And now we do our movement. So you do Gors first, and then you do the monsters in that order. Now this is actually pretty interesting movement. We're going to have some cool stuff going on here. For starters, 8 will move to 7 because you move from the lower numbers first. Then 15 moves to 7, but there's already Gor there, so it moves straight into the castle. We do have a spare shield, so it just goes over here and we can ignore it. The next monster to enter the castle will actually end the game. Now, we do have a sort of cat creature here, but remember he moves next. So, next person to move is Zisgor, who's going to go down here. This score, 48-53, so 48 moves to here, 53 moves to here. And then finally, we're now doing the scroll. He moves to here, but there's already a monster there, so he just jumps over to the next one. And that be the end of monster movement. Now we do the wells. There is one well. Got to write a script for that. And then we move the narration marker, which moves us up to H. Okay, so H1, H2, that means there's 2 cards for H. Let's go. Ooh, how do we do this? Bam. A message from the King Baldur reaches the heroes. My friends, I thank you for your help. The situation is serious. The rope bridge over the river was destroyed. Cover the rope bridge with a red X token. This bridge is no longer usable, and spaces 16 and 48 are no longer adjacent to one another. Any Gor in space 48 remains there at sunrise. Okay, so just destroy that bridge. I have written a warning to our allies, the Keepers of the Tree of Songs. You must safely deliver this letter. Place 1 parchment token in space 5. A hero may end his movement on space 5 and pick up the parchment, putting it on one of his 3 small inventory spaces on his hero board. Okay, 5 is down here near the castle. Here. Legend objective. Deliver the parchment to space 57, the Tree of Songs. That would be... oh, that's obviously this gigantic big tree here. Before the legend marker reaches space N on the legend track. If the parchment reaches space 57, the legend ends and the party immediately reads legend card N. If a monster reaches the hero carrying the parchment, the legend ends immediately and the party reads legend card N. Okay, so we're basically in the end game. Note, if any time the hero with the parchment moves through or ends his movement on a space occupied by a monster, the party fails the legend. Also, if a monster enters a space occupied by a hero carrying the parchment, the party fails the legend. Okay, so monsters and the parchment can never exist in the same spot. I'm afraid the monsters may somehow intercept it, concluded the king. Place 1 Gor in 19, 36, and 56. Oh, more monsters. Okay. 3 more. What was it? 19, 36, 56. Okay, 19's right over here near the castle. 36. Yep. And 56. Where's that? Up here. And more scrolls. 54 and 64. Okay. 64 is actually here at the farm, and 54 is here next to the tree. Reminder, the hero carrying the parchment must move carefully so it does not occupy a space onto which a Gor will be moving during the next sunrise. Pretty sure that means monster. Oh, that's my phone. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that means that any monster... You just can't have monsters and a parchment in the same place. Note, a hero may place the parchment or in later legends other items on the space he occupies. Such items can be picked up later by any hero who occupies that space. 2 or more heroes who occupy the same space at the end of their movement may trade items and or gold. However, heroes cannot trade strength or willpower points. If the party completes the legend objective, read the text in the blue box on legend N. If the party fails prematurely, read the red text on legend card N. Okay, so that's pretty much the end game. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, I guess, not even turns, to finish this. Now remember, if we kill a monster, the narrator increases his movement. So let me just grab this thing, make this black. Basically what's going to happen is, the next movement phase, this guy is going to come into the castle, which is going to end the game. Okay, so we have to kill him. So that moves him up 1 spot, right? Then this guy is going to move to here, but there's no one there. So he's going to move to here, there's no one there. Then he's going to move to here. Well, actually, no, that's not what's going to happen. 16 moves before 36. So 16 is going to move to here, there's going to be no one there. Then he's going to move to here. 36 is going to move to here. And then this guy, because there's a monster here, is going to move into the castle. So both these guys have to be killed this turn. Or maybe this guy needs to be killed this turn. So 2 monsters have to be killed this turn, otherwise we're going to lose the game. So we're going to be at J. Now over here is a bit interesting as well. What's going on here? 47, 56. Okay, so 47 is going to move to here. 56 is then going to move to here. And then 54 is going to move to here. And this guy is going to move into here. So that's going to be the situation. So next round. So we basically need to, we don't have to worry about most of the guys over here, but we have to kill this guy and we have to do something here to stop this dude getting into the castle. Now, there's no way we can fight through these monsters and cross this bridge because we just do not have enough time. We might just be able to make it actually. Remember, we're also going to, if we take 2 days, we're going to be here, remember? So, the only way around is through the back of the farm into here, which means that we're going to have to kill this guy as well. So that takes us to L. So we've basically got 1, maybe 2 spots free. That gives you an idea of the kind of planning you need to do once you get more into this game. Might keep those things for next time. Okay, well I have to bail and get down to meet someone for work, and I will, that's the guy I called, but I will finish this turn when I get back, and through the magic of editing you wouldn't even notice if I wasn't telling you. Now we're starting with our mage user. We've got to be kind of careful here. We need to make sure we kill all the right people. So she's going to go 1, 2 into this zone, and that takes her 2 hours. Now remember, the very first turn of the morning goes in turn order. So she retired first, which means the dwarf has to go next. This is important. It becomes much more important in later scenarios where timing becomes quite a major issue. So normally you go from whoever's at the back of the line, but when you're all in the sunrise box, you start with turn order. So the priest, the mage went, which means now it's the dwarf's turn. And what I'm thinking to do with the dwarf is actually just come into here and kill this guy. See, if I kill this dude, right? That means this dude's going to come into here, and this dude won't be pushed along. So he'll just end up here, and that'll give us another day without having to fight the nasty Skrull. So that is the current thinking. So the dwarf moves in, and that is 1 hour. Now we have the warrior's turn, and he goes 1 into here and picks up this thing and also goes 1, 2, 3 because we're also flipping over the well. And finally we have the archer, and he's going to initiate combat with this guy along with the mage user. So that is 1 hour of combat plus 1 hour of combat. Now, we've done this before a few times, so it's basically the same thing. We're at 3 strength plus 5 strength for a total of 8 strength. And we're going to roll for our archer first. Now, remember, we've actually on the 3rd level now, so we've got tons of dice. So this is a first roll out of 5. That's a pretty good roll. But we have another 4 rolls, so I may as well keep going. What you got for us? 2, that's a 5 again. This is our 3rd roll. This is our 4th roll. I'm going to stop there. Now, I don't usually roll with this girly, but we've got 1 dice for her, so let's give it a go. And she gets a 4, so that's fine. So we're going to stick with 5, and now we roll twice for the gore. Ooh, 6. Okay, so we still make it. So 6 plus 2 is 8. That cancels out our strength value. But we still have 5 points from the die. And the monster is only 4 health. So he is dead. We get 2 points in reward. So I'm going to actually take 1, 2 from our... give the 2 reward to our... I'm having a mental blank. Archer. Hunter. Scout. Ranger. There you go. I knew there was a word that I wanted. Okay. So this guy is dead. And we go up 1 with the narrator. Now, let's do the dwarf. So he's going to spend 1 hour to initiate combat with this gore. Now, he has 6 strength just by himself. And he gets to roll 3 dice. What you got for us? Oh, that is a shocking roll. Okay. Wow, this isn't good. So the gore rolls. Get bad roll as well, please. 4. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6. And that cancels out his strength. But he's only got 2 points left. So that's 1, 2 damage. And now we go to another round of combat, which costs him another hour. That's nasty. So let's roll another couple of die. 1, 2, 3. Come on, get us a good roll this time, thanks. Beautiful. There's a 6. That's what we wanted. And 2. Okay, so he's now got 4. We've got 12. The monster is definitely dead. Discarded and up 1. And he's also going to take 2 willpower as the reward. So now we've saved the turn. That means we can, as long as nothing gets spawned in these spots, we will not die at the beginning of the next round. So now we can just get into position to get the hell out of dodge. So starting with the... How much he's got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2... Okay. Why is this dude here? 39. Right, so we have to deal with 39 as well. I completely forgot about this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. That takes him to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this guy's just going to go 1, 2. And then our dwarf is going to go 1, 2. 1, 2. And our mage is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, heroes and monsters can coexist. It's only the guy with the parchment that can't go through other places. And then this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And go around this score here. Now, our dwarf is going to initiate combat with this guy, which I didn't plan on, but shouldn't be a problem. This guy is adjacent, even though he's across the water. That is still counted as adjacency. It even says on this card that because of this thing, they're no longer adjacent. So he can fire across the water. And we are going to attack this dude. So let's start with the dwarf's roll. So that is 1 hour for him and 1 hour for the ranger. He rolls 3 dice. Okay, so he gets a 5. That's pretty good. And now this dude gets to roll 5 dice, 1 at a time. Looking for a 6 would be nice. 1. So that'd be perfect if we had the mage with us. Yablam. This is our second roll. Third roll. Fourth roll. And fifth roll. Oh, terrible rolling. But we did roll a 5 from our dwarf. And he is at 6 strength and he is at 3 strength. Which means we're actually at total of 9 strength. So we should definitely win this. Okay, so that's 6 plus 2 is 8. Doesn't even beat our thing. So we're actually 6 points ahead. Which means that this guy is dead because I only need 4 to kill him. So that is cleared. And we're up 1 more. It's pretty tight. Now, what we'll do now is I'll move 1 more spot with the fighter. And I'll trade the message with the ranger. Now, we need to kill this scroll. The scroll is going to be here. We can't enter this space, right? Because that's going to have a monster. So let's have a look at how much we can spend. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can spend another 2 movement without going underneath 3 die. So he's going to go 1, 2. And that takes 1, 2. And he's going to spend his gold and get an extra strength. Remember, he only needs to spend 1 gold at the mine to increase strength. And now, what about this dude? He can go 1, 2 without losing. So he's going to spend 1, 2 to go up 1 spot and just move 1 in. This guy can spend 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can spend 4 will. That'll give him another 2 movement. So he can go 1, 2 into this spot. And that uses 4 will. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guy, basically, it doesn't matter where she is because she only gets 1 die anyway. So she's a bit of a glass cannon. So she can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she can move 3 spaces. It'll take her to 1. And 1, 2, 3. So that is 1, 2, 3. Now, I forgot to actually put him down. So he's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. And just get another 1 movement point for him to come into this area here. And I think that's where we're going to do it. Now, unfortunately, we kind of wanted the priest to go first, but it's his turn now, and I don't want to spend any more, so he's going to have to retire first. So he's off to bed. And once he's off to bed, it doesn't matter who retires now because it goes in order. So it goes Ranger, Mage, and Dwarf. Ranger, Mage, Dwarf. And that, my friends, is the end of this round. And I will see you next time for the last turn. So yeah, see you then.